So, welcome to another episode of Indisputable Evidence. I'm your co-host, Anthony Beck, along with my other co-hosts,
Jerry Lamar Brown Jr.
Man, get the government name.
Government name, bro. We in here today.
Yeah, man. I
We are
feel
in
you.
it.
Anyway, it's your boy Marcus, host number 3, bringing up the rear.
host number 4 may join us, may not join us. We don't know just yet, but I mean, Darnell, if you're not able to join us, we miss you for this one. But we will be back on with you soon. But yeah, we got a show for y'all tonight. But before we get into it, how was y'all's week? How was y'all's day today? Did anybody quit their job?
No.
You need to quit your job talking about us.
Wow, he dove right into it. I'm just
saying, bro, you've been talking about quitting that job for like 6 months, bro. Just go ahead and put your 2 weeks in and call it a day, fam.
I want to have something lined up before I do it.
Yeah. And just take the plunge, bro. I understand all that, but
maybe we gonna actually get into that later. Actually, we're gonna talk about that too. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, how was y'all's day and y'all week and everything?
Blessed, man. You know, had a few things going on. Pretty busy week. Coached some basketball, and yeah, man, it was pretty good.
You got any funerals to plan for because of your coaching?
Shoot, man, them kids been sick. So,
and any young ACLs we have to pray for, Tom Thibodeau style.
An ankle, bro.
Yeah.
Kids' ankles are literally like jello. I mean, it's just.
How many minutes you playing these kids, dog?
Well, we have a lot of players on the team, so it's not like they play in abundance of minutes. We definitely substitute a lot, but it's just
Marcus, the kid that got hurt played the entire game.
Yeah, he talked about the kid. But one thing though, you know how like all the like different states have different like rules for like basketball and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like Florida, like we don't have a shot clock here in Florida, like for whatever reason. Do y'all have a shot clock in Georgia?
No, not really.
Oh my god!
It's like an unspoken shot clock. There's no official shot clock.
Yeah, same here. We have no shot clock at all.
Which I don't believe in.
That's stupid. Because there's a shot clock in every aspect of basketball. Why would you not do it at the youngest level?
Right.
I'm trying to figure out how do we not have a shot. Well, we didn't have one when I played either.
You can move the ball around as much as you want to.
Are you playing UNC Four Corners like circa 1982?
Yeah, me personally, yeah, it's a decent day. You know, I'm not 100%. You know, physically dealing with shoulder issue. You know, foot issue. So you know, I'm not 100%, but you know, when I did play sports, there were a lot of times where I would be hurt and not tell anybody because I ain't from the game. But
we grown now, bro. We can't be doing that. We gotta tell somebody.
Gotta tell Trent. Gotta tell Doc.
Yeah, we got to tell now at this point.
Yeah,
so,
boy.
Yeah, I got to start doing that. But yeah, overall, pretty decent day.
Good.
Broke a rule at the job. I listen to music while working, but I don't care. I work faster with the music in my ear.
I said, why was that ever a rule then? If you work faster with it,
I told my boss that I was like, look, you want to see a difference with me without music one day, the next day I'm gonna have music. They saw a difference. They were like, okay, he's right.
Yeah, man. Be at peace, bro. Be at peace. That's the main thing.
You got the music in your ear. You kind of just
vibe out.
Yeah, you vibe out. It's like it seems like everything moves faster. Time moves faster.
Mm-hmm.
Be fighting sleep all day until it's right before it's time to go.
Hey, like it's good living.
Podcast.
That's a good living though, for real.
Yeah.
Put music in and do your thing.
Yeah, but we got a special show for y'all tonight. But before we get into that part of the show, it's Super Bowl week.
Yeah.
Super Bowl Sunday coming up. It's a national holiday, of course, and they're trying to make Super Bowl Monday a national holiday. By the way, get that done, people.
Yeah, it needs to be
because that day off.
Yeah.
Be full on that food.
Yes.
Well, I got Wingstop on deck for Sunday. You already know me.
I'm trying to. I got something at my house. I'm gonna be headed over there. I know they finna throw down. So yeah.
Ain't nothing like crackers, chips, chicken salad, little sandwiches, wings, fries.
This man eating hors d'oeuvres. What the?
No. It all goes into a sides. It's a sides, and then hamburger dip.
Hamburger dip.
Hamburger dip.
Oh, y'all sleep. Y'all are so sleep.
I'm snoozing.
Bro, I need to bring you some today. I swear to
you. What is hamburger dip?
It's cheese dip with hamburger meat in it.
Oh.
No.
I know. Oh yeah. I had that before.
You know what I'm talking about?
I never called it hamburger dip. I just called
it queso.
It's hamburger dip here. We call it hamburger dip.
I don't know what y'all got going on in Georgia, your part of Georgia, but yeah.
Hamburger dip and like beans and stuff in it.
Okay, beans don't need to be in there.
Bro, you sleep.
Abolish beans. Abolish beans.
No, don't abolish them because they're necessary for red beans and rice.
I only red beans and rice.
And beans are healthy.
You a victim. You
don't eat a victim. I just don't eat that.
Somebody guard Brittany Renner's ex, please.
Why are we Renner right now? Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, and stay away from the college campuses, by the way. But it's Super Bowl week.
Be for real.
I am. But it's Super Bowl.
Oh, we got 5 people on right now. Well, on YouTube, I guess. But welcome. Hey, if you are in here, feel free to comment everything, bro. We having a live discussion tonight, bro.
Real, bro. Drop your likes, drop comments, send questions, all that, man.
Yeah.
And if y'all see the title of this show, if you want to join in, we will put the link out.
Yes.
Let us know. We'll put the link in the comments. So because this is a very important topic we're gonna touch on. But before we do that, like we said, it's Super Bowl week. We got the Eagles, we got the Chiefs in Glendale, Arizona, Sunday night. The Andy Reid Bowl, the Kelsey Brothers Bowl. I'm not lying. It's true. Mama Kelsey gonna have a split jersey, so she can't lose.
Yeah.
She a winner. Both them boys got Super Bowl rings already, so
that's why I said the Kelsey Bowl, because guess what? One of them get to go to Thanksgiving dinner with more rings than the other.
Yeah.
So it's a lot on the line.
You're gonna be like,
put that thing for the middle finger.
He's gonna have one on each finger, just
grabbing the turkey with the rings all hanging out.
That's crazy.
One on each finger, but let's get into this. This game is a contrast of styles. Philadelphia leads the league in rushing the ball. That running attack is lethal, but then Kansas City, that is a lethal passing attack. So it's going to kind of be strength on strength. And so in talking about this, what's going to be a couple of keys to the game for you guys that you're going to be looking for?
I'll go. So basically, which line of scrimmage is the best through all 60 minutes? Because the Eagles very clearly have the best offensive line in the league. Even with a hampered Lane Johnson, you still have Jason Kelsey, who's strong. You still have George Mailata and very good guard play. On the defensive side, they got firepower everywhere. Hassan Reddick is number one with 16 and a half sacks this season. You got Javon Hargrave, who had 7. You got multiple guys who had 10 plus 75 sacks combined, which is by far and away the most in the NFL this year. Against a pretty good Kansas City offensive line, especially throughout the last couple of weeks. So Mahomes, ever since the injury, they tightened up, especially on the edges with Orlando Brown Jr. because he's had his struggles here and there, but in the playoffs he's been very good. And Trey Smith and Creed Humphrey on the interior, that's about as good as you could possibly get as an interior offensive line in the NFL. So whoever controls the line of scrimmage from either team on both sides, they're winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I agree with Marcus for sure. Like the trenches is going to play a huge role. I think another thing that we got to watch out for is the health of the Chiefs. I heard a rumor that they are a little bit under the weather going through this game, which it may not matter a lot, but it does matter a little bit in my opinion. I think the defensive backs in Philly, I think will have a very, very big impact on the outcome of the game. So we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see how much of an impact they play in it and everything, and we're gonna see if we can get a pass rush in Philly on the Chiefs, and we're gonna see if Kadarius Toney can be healthy. So I think that'll be a few keys in the game.
Oh, you put that comment back up.
What up, Mike?
What's good,
Mike? What's up, man?
It's my man right here.
What's up, man?
Jason Kelce retired ring number 2, and I beat Travis in the Kelce Bowl on his bucket. Hey, man, that's the life.
That's what I Mike. I thoroughly believe that as well. But we're gonna see, man. I share those same sentiments.
We'll get into my predictions a little bit later, but hey, man, if you want these brothers, man, you gotta put that on your bus because both of them going in Canton, straight up.
Yeah.
Like Travis Kelce is arguably the best tight end to ever play the game. Arguably, Jason Kelce is the best tight end in the last couple of years.
Ooh.
Whoa. Best to ever play the game at tight end?
Arguably, yes.
So, I mean,
why you act like that's a ridiculous statement?
I mean, Gronk up there, bro. Gronk up there.
Is Tony Gonzalez didn't exist. Shannon Sharp didn't exist.
He's better than all of them.
A lot of these guys all of a sudden just didn't exist out here. Is that what we're saying?
If you don't stop that bullshit, don't stop that. They're better. He's better than them. It's okay.
We gonna see.
Why is that such a ridiculous thing to say?
No, it's not ridiculous. I think he's.
It's a little too early. Let's
it's not early.
No. It's not too early. No. All right.
It's not early. Stop it.
It's too early. Yeah,
I don't think it's too. I think right now we got to say
the Tony
top, he's top 4, top 5 easily.
I'm not gonna say I put him top 5, but Tony Gonzalez is that dude. Come on now.
He's better than Tony Gonzalez. Stop it.
He is, yeah.
Full stop. Like, what are we doing here?
No. I mean,
why does this sound so ridiculous to you?
He's a more skilled pass catcher.
I'll say yeah. Let's say that more skilled, but
So what the fuck? That means it's better. I don't care.
Also, the game has changed. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to kind of because Kelce ain't got to really worry about Ed Reed coming to kill him. You know what I'm saying? The game is a little bit different.
I mean, he was getting killed a little bit early in his career though. So I mean, it's not right. He wasn't getting hit. Plus, he had 100 catch seasons with Alex Smith.
Hold on, Ed Reed or Sean Taylor is I wasn't trying to get hit by Sean Taylor. I'm tell you that right now. Oh no.
Who does want to get hit by him?
As soon as I see him coming, I'm across me. I caught the ball. I'm hitting the ground quick.
CTE, man. CT. What does TE and CTE stand for? Tight ends in the NFL.
Oh my god. Like Tony Gonzalez was great, but like after they couldn't really replace Trent Green, it was kind of downhill. They went to Atlanta, got everything back going. He played a long time. Great tight end. Like I'm not gonna like dispute that. But Travis is a different animal. Because like people throw all types of coverages at this man.
Like literally nobody wanted Trent Green. They tried to replace him. Literally nobody wanted him. So
I mean they had Brody Croyle there at the Trent Green. Anybody remember Brody Croyle?
Yeah, don't bring up Brody Croyle.
I see.
Yeah, you do remember
Agenda Time?
2005.
I was 8, AB. I don't remember that.
Yeah. I was like 7.
Yeah. And on top of that Tyrone Prothro injury still scares me. That was nasty. But for me, one of my keys to the game, Marcus, you kind of alluded to it with the lines of scrimmage, but it's Kansas City's defensive line for me because I feel like if both Chris Jones and Frank Clark in the middle and Carlos Dunlap on the outside, if they can generate pressure and force Jalen Hurts to kind of move around and be uncomfortable in the pocket, they're gonna pretty much they're gonna cause some struggles out there for them. The running game is gonna be they won't be able to run the ball if that's the case because Chris Jones, I'm still shocked that 2 weeks ago was his first career playoff sack, but the whole postseason, and really the last couple of postseasons, he's been dominant along that line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Just unblockable. And Frank Clark is really starting to step up now. So if those two of them can generate pressure up the middle, it's going to – I think it could be a long day for that offensive line. But on the flip side, Philadelphia's defensive line, they got some big, nasty, mean dudes up there.
They do.
They got on for days. Like you got Ndamukong
They do.
Yeah. You got a suit. He's not even a starter.
Linval Joseph back there too is not even he plays well.
Right.
Robert Quinn doesn't even play at all.
What the hell did they get him for? He's not even gonna play.
They're just
it's for a stretch run, and it turns out they didn't really need him because he had like 3 guys with 10 sacks, and Brandon Graham is still Brandon Graham.
But you got Fletcher Cox. We know who he's about. Jordan Davis, if he's healthy, he's clogging the middle. And then, like you just mentioned, Hassan Reddick and now Brandon Graham. I mean, that defensive line has been all over the place all year long. So it's gonna be strength on strength, really. I feel like for Kansas City on the offensive side of the ball, you're gonna see a lot of quick passes. You're gonna see some screens out there too to kind of get that pass rush to come up. And once the screen game gets going, it's gonna open everything up for that offense. And I feel like one of the other things I'm gonna look at, and Mike kind of just brought up in the comments, is the secondary. Kansas City's secondary has been pretty good this year. Well, not this season.
They're young.
They're young. They've held their own though. They held their own last week against Joe Burrow in that offense, and that is hard to do.
I mean, they held their own because, what you said at the beginning, their defensive line just wreaked havoc on their asses, and they didn't have to do that much.
That is very true. And
yes, that's a good point, Mike. I definitely see that happening. That's a great point.
See my man Mike coming in with the football shit. I see you, bro.
I agree because the middle of the field, man, if they don't have that under control and they let Jalen Hurts get comfortable, it can be tough. And then the running game is going to be able to open up. It could get tough, man.
Philly's offense really isn't that complicated in the sense that it's very much a numbers game because they'll run a lot of 3-by-1 sets. And if they just see 2 guys over here, they're going to run the ball right there with Sanders, with Gainwell, with Boston Scott. They'll pull guys over to create an extra hole. Like they'll do all that stuff. And if you don't have numbers, if it's even, they'll just throw it out there to Smith or A.J. Brown or run an RPO and quick out to Goddard.
Mm-hmm.
Like it'll kill you if you don't have the numbers.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
What you got, an attachment?
Oh, my God.
Oh, it's an alert that I got about New Mexico State men's hoops. That's crazy. Said the men's basketball team operations have been suspended indefinitely due to allegations that have not been revealed publicly.
Oh, you know what that means?
You know what that is?
That means somebody up out of there. Throw the whole program at this point.
Somebody's being freaky up there.
Throw the entire program away at this point.
Managers and crap. You know what that means, bro.
They made a little bit of a run in the NCAA tournament a couple years ago, too.
Yeah.
What a fall from grace.
They're into your program, and they out here doing crazy shit, man. That's nuts.
What is that doing in Mexico? What are y'all doing?
What else you got to do in New Mexico?
Touche.
Anyway.
But that's really what Mike is saying, too much attention on the middle, attacking the middle. That's really for both teams because we all know how Travis Kelce is. He getting open over the middle all the time. It don't matter.
And he's always open, no matter what. He's always open.
Don't remind me.
It doesn't matter. He's always open. I think you're gonna see a lot of Travis Kelce in this game, a lot of Dallas Goedert, really, because those are gonna be 2 other keys I'm looking at. The tight end position. Whichever tight end has a bigger impact in this game, I think could win the game as well. So
I will say on the tight end stuff, Travis Kelce is an obvious answer.
Yeah.
There's somebody else that we're not talking about here. Well, most people will be talking about, but watch out for Justin Watson for Kansas City.
That's very true.
Right. He's a more of a faster receiver type tight end. When they play a lot of 13 personnel lately, and usually Kelce will try to clear the middle out and he'll get open down the field, and he's making big plays this year off of that. So watch out for him.
Hey man, I'm excited to see the Kelce CD Deuce interactions for sure.
Isaiah Pacheco,
Pacheco has been a man.
He is something else.
Yes.
Seventh round pick And you know, 7th round picks really don't make the roster like that. This dude not only made the roster, but took the start less than halfway into the season.
Special player.
Someone said he runs like he animates every time he tries. He has a carry.
Yo, he be running.
Did you see the run against y'all? Where he ran to the line like that looked different.
No, why you had to say that?
I'm just saying, like, did you see the takeoff after he hit his own guy? Like,
oh hell yeah, because like everyone's slanted this way. He just kind of bounced off his guy. No one wrapped him up. He just said, "Oh, I'm gonna bounce out here."
Yeah.
He has a different gear, bro.
Yeah, he
runs angry as hell. Now I wouldn't run too much out of shotgun because Kansas City's not great at shotgun running the football, but he's gonna be key to get that pass rush off of them.
And Jerry, I agree with you with Kadarius Toney as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be important.
If he's healthy, I think he makes an impact in this game too. Because I don't know if anybody is gonna be able to keep up with him.
How much of the lateraling? You know how how Kansas City was lateraling the ball, man, kind of having fun out there. How much of it do you think we'll see in the Super Bowl? I don't think we'll see a lot, personally.
You'll see it.
Oh my God!
Do we see a pass from Kadarius Toney in this game?
Yeah, I can see that happening.
No.
I can see that happening.
Well, actually, you could because Andy Reid will do something crazy.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
And I think you possibly could. I don't know if you will, but I think you possibly could.
But I think you can't do it too early, though. I don't think
it would be too early. I don't think he's gonna do that. I don't think he's gonna do that early. He's a veteran in this game. He's won a Super Bowl. He's been to a couple, so I don't think he's gonna do that.
What?
I want to ask. Yes, he will.
I want to ask y'all too, man. So y'all remember that Tampa Bay team that beat Pat Mahomes? Do y'all see any similarities in that defense of Philly to that Tampa Bay Buccaneer defense?
Talent-wise, absolutely.
Yes and no. Yes, talent-wise, but no, based on the situation. That Kansas City offensive line back then was not anywhere near as good as this one is. That was the year where they were like, okay, we got to address this in the offseason. And that's when they got their offensive line right. I don't think but I do talent-wise, I do see similarities. And I do see the pass rush there. But like I said, because Kansas City has a much better offensive line, I don't think it's going to be that drastic where
I do think the secondary is absolutely better, though.
I'll say the secondary, yes, because they have more versatility, a little bit more speed, I believe.
More talent.
They do.
Yeah, more talent.
Like Darius Slay and James
Bradbury
and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, that's one hell of a trio back there. Yeah. You guys like Marcus Epps, Avonte Maddox that play well for them. Like, that's a very good secondary right there.
Yeah.
Avonte Maddox plays well against everybody but one team, but we ain't gonna say that. But
that one team sitting at home again.
That's true. That's true. Just saying though, but I'll say this though. I don't think Patrick Mahomes is gonna be running for his life this game either.
I don't think so either. He'll make a couple of plays and absolutely frustrate the shit out of them because he's Patrick Mahomes.
Right. So with that being said, it's prediction time, people.
Yeah.
Super Bowl predictions. Who you got?
Oh God. Ugh. So I'm a firm believer in defense. I'm a firm believer in the Eagles and what they bring running the football. And Jalen Hurts' growth as a quarterback, as a player, man. So I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Score?
I'm gonna go 31-27. Philly.
Okay, so I'm going to Eagles here because I like both sides of the ball in the offensive line. I think this is gonna be more of a run-heavy game for them.
Yeah.
Them taking timely shots to AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. Look for the Chiefs to try to blitz a lot, though. I will say, look for them to try to gum things up, try to get Chris Jones free on a one-on-one matchup, and them trying to create mismatches because they have athletic linebackers who can blitz well. Now, secondary-wise, I don't like them against this receiving core because they struggle a lot against number one wide receivers. They've given up like the fifth worst, I believe, in yards against number ones. So I'll probably go 34-30 Philadelphia.
So I do agree with you about Kansas City secondary. I mean, watching this shit, they've been very inconsistent.
Go ahead, AB. 31-28 Kansas City. Go ahead, bro.
No.
We already know you are. You do this all the time, bro.
You know what's coming.
But I like that. I like a lot though.
Speaking of TikTok, RIP. But yeah, I agree. They have been very inconsistent this year. Like, for example, against Jacksonville, I don't know what the heck was going on. Trevor Lawrence was dotting them up.
Because Trevor Lawrence is that dude. That's what happened.
But turn around against Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, all of a sudden, I ain't gonna say you look like world beaters, but you darn sure held your own. So I don't
because
know.
they didn't have to face them that much because it kept getting pressure.
Yeah,
that is very true. I think I'm just gonna right and say it. I'm gonna go 35-31.
You're taking the Chiefs, bro. Stop it. Stop the drama.
taking the Chiefs. Yeah, we know it.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
30. That's all you had to do.
But my reason being is going to be because of the Chiefs, actually because of their defensive line. I think what you're going to see also with them, you're going to see a lot of stunts. Trying to get those one-on-one matchups that, Marcus, you were talking about with Chris Jones and try and confuse the middle of that offensive line. And I think if they're successful at doing that.
Good luck, honestly.
Good luck doing it. But if Chris Jones gets free, good luck also because that is a big dude that can actually run. Nobody that big should be able to run like that. That should be illegal.
It's going to be a heck of a game. I think it's going to be one of the best.
It's going to be real fun to see what Steve Spagnuolo does on defense and what Shane Steichen and Nick Sirianni do on offense.
Yes.
Man, still getting a job. He's still getting a defense coordinator. How? Just how, man?
What do you mean, how?
1 year defense look good. Next year the defense trash. So this year the defense is actually good. So
it's not. I wouldn't say good, but it's fine.
It's better than. It's way better than it was last year. I say that.
Last year wasn't bad necessarily. They were good last year or this year. It's just that they put Chris Jones out of position for whatever reason. I don't know why they did that. He's not a defensive end.
Dominant in the middle, bro.
He was somewhat in college, but then his body
not in the 4-3. Hell no.
No, not in the 4-3. No, not in the 4-3. No. But his body grew, so of course he had to play D tackle.
The thing is, when you have Patrick Mahomes at quarterback, you don't have to be great. You just have to be good enough.
You just have to be good enough. That is correct.
That's the thing. That's my biggest key right there. Patrick Mahomes magic. Now I don't know how his ankle is. They're saying his ankle is a lot better now.
It's a high ankle. It's about as good as it's going to be.
It's about it's about did help a lot.
He'll be more mobile, and the 2 weeks off did help. Like he just needs to be mobile enough to just be able to make a play here and there.
Yeah, just be able to move a little bit.
Yeah, get him on the run a little, get the ball out quickly, run some 13 personnel, run with Pacheco a little bit, get guys open. He'll be fine. Just Kelsey's getting open no matter what. Like you're not covering him.
Kelsey got to have about 10 to 12 catches this game, and I think he will. But I think you will also see. Watch for Jerick McKinnon. I think Jerick McKinnon will impact this game too. I love what he brings to the defense as well.
Also, excuse me, I didn't cut y'all out. So, back to the secondary real quick for Kansas City. Watch out for L'Jarius Sneed. He's probably the best, most talented out of that bunch. He got hurt in the championship game, but he said he should be good to go.
I love L'Jarius Sneed. I love how physical he is at the line of scrimmage. I think he can hold his own. Like, whether he's covering AJ Brown or Devontae Smith, I think he's going to be more on AJ Brown. I think he might be able to hold his own with that matchup. That's going to be a matchup that you might get an interference. You might on both sides really, because I think both. Look at AJ Brown how he plays. I mean, he's a very physical wide receiver.
Oh my god, dude, he's a.
So they both been at my team for like 3 years. I know how it is.
Yeah, he terrorized y'all. But I mean, they're both going to get handsy. Well, I hated playing them this year too. I hated playing against them.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely a game of matchups, I think, and whoever can execute the best, of course, is going to win the game. But I'm looking for the spark plays, the big plays. I mean, who comes up with the big plays in the game? That's how Super Bowls always are. The momentum is pivotal and key. If you seize it early and you keep it up, unless you're the Atlanta Falcons, you should be good.
Oh my gosh. I will say though, what y'all who's your X Factor?
X Factor?
You said Jerick McKinnon's your X Factor, right, AB?
My X Factor, No, not Jared. It's not Jared McKinnon. I think you should watch for him. But my X factor is Frank Clark.
That's a good one. Yeah. Because he's up to the regular season, then he gets into the playoffs and turns into Reggie White.
Kadarius Toney all the way.
Good. So for both teams, I'll say
special teams. Okay. Anyways, yeah.
I'll say Marquez Valdez-Scantling for Kansas City because they
that's a good one.
They need somebody out in the receiver corps to make a play. He's the tallest, he's the fastest guy they have out there, so I'm looking for him for the Chiefs. And for the Eagles, it's probably going to be Miles Sanders because if their run game is going, actually not even Miles Sanders, the entire running back room, Sanders, Gainwell, and Boston Scott. Because if they're going, then this Eagles team is hard to stop.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the record for most touchdown runs in a season plus the playoffs. They're basically a 1920s offense, modernized for the NFL in 2023.
They can't. I will say this: if they get behind early, they're in trouble. They gotta make sure.
Philly,
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I agree.
You don't want to get behind early. You want to get up on them. Make it a game that's not a high scoring game, too high scoring at least, and control the tempo, and they'll be all right.
But I'll say they're not like the Ravens, where like if they're behind, they're absolutely screwed.
Yeah.
Nothing to throw to whatsoever because this team is a lot better in the passing game than them. But they want to be able to control clock and just impose their will. You can't really do that much when you're down like 14-3 or something like that.
Exactly.
So you gotta be careful.
Right. We're gonna save NBA trade line deadline talk for next week. We're gonna get back into that when Darnell joins us again. So the surprise for the night.
But also, shout out to homie AO, big Eagles fan, bro. If the Eagles win, bro, we need y'all on here. I'm just saying.
Hey man, I'll be happy. I like the Eagles. I pull for the Eagles whenever they play.
AB, fight for your life, dog.
The podcast is canceled. If that happens, it's canceled.
Nah, bro, you want smoke? Go down to the
shop.
Nope, no.
We'd have been here if your Cowboys would have won.
We would let you have the podcast page and everything, tweeting absolute nonsense on there.
You'd have all blue everything in here.
Oh no, see if the Cowboys would have got the Super Bowl and won, y'all would have never let y'all lay that one down.
You would have been sending booty pics to Walter Payton, Man of the Year, Dak Prescott if they won the Super Bowl.
First of all, shout out to Dak Prescott for winning that award because that's a very prestigious award.
That's the only thing he's doing.
By the way, the whole story, was very, very a little sad to watch. But hold on, what did he say? So he says his X Factor skin the game. Well, that's a really good one actually.
Yeah. He's the speedster of that bunch, and he's very good between tackles, surprisingly. There we go. Shout out to homie AO and shout out the whole Unpierce fam, man. Unpierce 6th man of the year. Shout out to the boys. Rest in peace, Unpierce worldwide.
These guys are unhinged, y'all.
What you mean unhinged? What are we doing?
But
explain how we unhinged.
No, exactly how y'all unhinged.
I mean, sure, AO is AO, which he's not unhinged, just a real nigga.
Oh
sure,
my
Chris
god,
Wi-Fi doesn't work half the time.
That's real though. It's real in itself.
Yeah, real, genuine, decent people over here, man. We's family, man. We ain't doing nothing crazy.
Nice, but
man.
Yeah, but we're gonna save all the basketball talk for the next episode. You're reading the title of the show. Yes, we got Super Bowl preview on there, but the other part, we kind of wanted to do this. We've been talking about doing this for the last couple of weeks now, and it's honestly, it's time to have a discussion, especially with us being Florida fans and for Clemson fans out there as well. What we just learned actually as of last night, with tragic passing of. Man, it's hard to talk about. It is really hard. It's really hard to talk about, man. But all I'm gonna say is this: the passing of Caleb Boateng is really difficult to talk about, and we wanted to bring this up because we wanted to bring up the topic of mental health and discussing mental health and how important it is to take care of it. How important it is, just stay on top of it, different resources you can go to, people we can talk to, find out ways that we can reach out to y'all. and us in general, we want to be guys that y'all can reach out to if y'all need to talk as well. So with that being said, all right, let's go ahead and have this discussion right here. So, in talking about that in general, we'll get more into it on Swamp Inside for Athletics next week as well. We'll kind of touch on it a little bit more as well. But what were you guys' initial thoughts when that news came out?
Well, man, for me personally, it was kind of like, can y'all see me? Oh, for me personally, it was kind of like confirmation that we didn't need to have a conversation about it, because so many times you see athletes, and people bash them on social media. People go about their way to just say all types of things about them that, may hurt them. They're human beings just like us. I am even guilty of bashing people like they're 18 and, a few other guys, but, they are human and they do have feelings, man. It's just, we've been talking about doing a podcast for mental health. I think probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It's just like, we need to do it. And then that happened. I'm like, all right, let's just go ahead and let's run it, man. That's kind of where I'm on it, man. It's just terrible, tragic, but we really got to start discussing things, especially as men.
Yeah, first and foremost, like, condolences to his family and the team, anybody that knew him, because that's a sad situation, a sad way to go out. But mental health, like, especially for athletes and just us in general in the social media era, because you got people who don't know you, who ain't never seen your day in your life, in your mentions, like, saying just whatever they want to. You can hide behind a computer, hide behind their phone, all that. Like, yeah, man, at the end of the day, there's people behind these accounts. There's people behind these abbeys. Like, you don't know what happened that day. You don't know what they're struggling with about their life. You don't know what triggers them to do anything. You just don't know. Right? So we all got to be cognizant of that type of thing. We got to be cognizant. We got to lift each other up. We got to take care of each other out here.
That's right.
Right.
Because you want someone to take care of you and pick you up. So why not do that for somebody else?
Well said, Marcus. That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Yeah, definitely, man. First and foremost, thoughts and prayers and condolences to Caleb's family, his friends, the team. Because I can tell you right now that team's going through it right now. So condolences to them. And like Jerry said, it was pretty much confirmation that we definitely need to have a discussion about this. And as men and as Black men, is ultra important for us. And Marcus, you hit the nail on the head when you talk about the fact that we're on social media. You might see athletes on social media, but they're not just athletes. They're human beings. We all have feelings. We all have things that we go through. We all have trials and tribulations that we go through, and it just goes to show that as well as you may know somebody, you still don't know them as well as you think you do. Because we never know really what somebody is really truly going through, what kind of demons they might be fighting. Yeah. There are times where I've seen people just like down bad, and they're like to the point where they feel like they have no will to live, and it's like you try to talk to them as much as possible. You try to see what you can do to help, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, that's just how it is nowadays. But it's confirmation that this is a discussion that not only we as men, but we as people need to have, because how important it is. And like I said, like this is something that we've discussed for the last couple of weeks, and for us to have this platform to discuss it, we like to get more people on here to talk about this as well. Kind of have a segment where we do this, where it's not just sports. We talk about mental health. We talk about culture as well, what's going on, and how that can affect your mental health as well.
Oh man, yes,
that's something.
That's facts.
What goes in the culture, whether it's music, social justice, entertainment, anything like that, can affect people up here as well, and it's something that seriously needs to be discussed. So like, I guess what I kind of want to ask was, have you guys ever had, gotten to that point where you felt like, you just weren't there all the way there mentally, or you weren't. How can I put it? Like having borderline depression or anything like that?
Yeah. I mean, I think towards the beginning of the pandemic, being isolated really brought me to a point where I had to be alone with myself, and I had to kind of deal with things that I didn't know that I was struggling with. And it was a lot, man. I had to really face myself. And I think having to do that, having to think to myself all the time, there was no football, there was no basketball. So I'm just sitting here like, bro, what's going on? Like, what am I really doing here? And I really got in a dark space that I was blessed to get out of. But yeah, man, it's been a few times. And, the whole thing with George Floyd, the Ahmaud Arbery situation, which was right, down the corner, right down the street, basically, from where I actually am now. So it's just like that stuff was pretty depressing, bro. The stuff was pretty depressing as a black man, as a person, not just as a black man, but as a person. So you just have to really reach deep down and acknowledge the fact that you do have an issue going on, and try to address it the best way that you can, and talk to somebody, because a lot of times we get stuck in these places to where we feel like we can't talk to anybody, but there's always somebody there. You just got to be willing to talk to them, especially like, y'all boys, man, like just having this platform really helped me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Same here, bro, because 2020 was a year from hell.
I was depressed after Kobe died, bro. Like,
oh, my God. that started off because, like...
Hey, man, hold on. I'm real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to tell you right now, everybody, y'all know that I can't stand the Lakers. But what a lot of people don't know is Kobe, of course, is my third favorite player of all time. So when that happened, I was literally at work when that happened. I could not believe it. One of my coworkers told me, I was like, "Oh, I know you lying. I know you got to be lying."
It was surreal, bro. Me and Marcus are like, because it was me, Marcus, Darnell, my boy Carl, Sergio, Julian. Or no, Julian wasn't there. I think Julian. It was Gary.
Yeah.
And so like we were like in shock, like we didn't know what to do. It was one of the worst. And then I was just in like a little thing. It was just one of the worst. It was horrible timing, bro.
It was awful.
Yeah.
Like that pandemic, like when you're alone by yourself, because being alone with your own thoughts is a scary, scary, scary place.
Yeah, it is.
And like I've been to therapy like since like high school. I've done it. Like I've long struggled with feelings of who I was and my place in the world and things like that. Like I never got to the point where it was like I'm out of here, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But
right,
they've been there. Like I've had like Tourette's since I was like 8 years old. So like I've long struggled with that, and just feelings of inadequacy at times, a little bit of anxiety. But like just having friends like y'all and just having people to talk to is always important. Like especially in that time, like during the pandemic. Like I never had like being alone is not good.
Yeah, it's not good.
This platform is maybe one of the best things. And also, like, I got to shout out to the homies over at Recipe, because them the homies over there, man. Like, they good people to talk to. They good people to just shoot the shit with on anything. Like, I love them boys. Shout out Chris, shout out Rob, shout out AO, shout out Ebu, shout out all them boys, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to them, bro, for sure.
For me, 2020 was it was not a great year. With the pandemic and then actually catching COVID,
yeah,
and how that puts you down, and I'm just sitting there just isolated. I'm like, I just didn't feel right. It wasn't just because I was sick, of course, but it just didn't feel right. I felt like I couldn't really. I mean, yeah, you talk to people. It's like, can you really talk to them and really talk to them? But it's an isolation period that I just I did not feel comfortable in.
Right.
And, and I honestly think it was like that for everybody when you think about it, because you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, so you're just alone with your thoughts. You kind of start trying to figure out things, like Mark said, things of who you are, your place in this world, what you want to do. So I'm gonna be honest. Even during that whole year, it was really like the end of 2020 where I started like really thinking about, this platform, podcast, and I'm like, maybe it'll be something good for us because I mean you have people to talk to, but you just on top of that, I'm sorry, got the heat game going on too, but you're talking about different things. I mean, we love our sports, we know that, so that's the main part of it. But we have this part of the platform as well, where we can come on here and discuss mental health. We can come on here and discuss relationships. I mean, because we got that coming up soon too.
Yeah,
like just anything, culture, social injustice. Would say politics, but no, we ain't doing.
No, that's one thing. That's one thing I don't do.
On here,
do all that.
That ain't for me.
We'll make some jokes here every now and then because
there's one thing on here that will not be discussed.
Yeah,
but
that in my place.
Like we'll discuss it. Culture, music, entertainment, like we said. And honestly, you see, speaking of culture, you see what's going on. You see what's going on in this world. Really, the last since 2012. Let's be real.
I was gonna say it goes way back. It goes
way back.
So we're gonna be real with that and say that. And looking at that on the news all the time, seeing one day somebody getting killed by a cop, or mass shootings in schools or grocery stores, things like that. It gets to a point where it's very depressing. It makes you, and the one thing you always hear is, mental illness. Sometimes, I will admit to y'all right now, sometimes they say that, and I'm like, that's bullshit.
Bro, like, just it's okay. I mean, it's okay to say that they're just a sick human being. Like,
it's okay. They're a terrible human being. Some people, it might be. Let's be real, because that's been the case. But you see things like that, it gets depressing, and it affects your mental health. It affects your mind, and how you feel about things, and that had an effect on me a lot as well. Because you get tired of seeing it. It's like, why do I wake up every day and see this every single day?
I've had moments where I can't watch the news. I don't watch it.
Exactly. It's like
CNN was the worst thing ever.
I got the dual distinction of one, also being a black man in America and seeing countless black men getting killed by police every day,
right?
And also having survived the school shooting. So
right.
That's a double whammy right there, ain't it?
That's crazy, man. That's like just you describing like that incident. I think you first told us about it when we was in school, and I was like what? Like, you were actually involved in that. It was crazy to hear about, man, because that's something that you kind of brush off, at the same time, like, that's traumatic for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you have a kid, or whenever you know somebody young, it's going to always be in the back of your head, like, this is something that's possible because of what we've seen happen numerous times. And that's scary. It's just, again, going back to mental health. Another thing I want to ask y'all, man, so, like, what are some of y'all's coping mechanisms? Because I know that's one thing that we have to have as people. It's something to cope with. So how do y'all cope whenever you feel like, you're in a season of being down or like kind of borderline depressed?
This is one of them for me right here.
Mm.
This is one of them for me. This is therapeutic for me. So this right here, podcasting, having this platform, I'll say, because you guys know that I write for Stadium Miguel as well. That's a coping mechanism for me too.
You be coming on here lying about your teams, or that's the way it cope.
No.
Hey man, what you gotta do?
No, but just in general, that helps me, because once I like start writing, like I really get into that.
Yeah,
I'm really into that space. I'm not really thinking about anything else. But speaking of writing, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, and people finna find out on here. I sometimes write music in my spare time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you told us that.
Yeah, you told us. I don't think you told me.
I did. Well, for anybody that's watching and didn't know that, I do that in my spare time too.
This man, he a Drake ghostwriter.
Oh my God!
Oh, I would definitely be out on Drake.
This man replaced it.
He wrote Charged Up. He wrote Charged Up in 2015. By the way,
he contributed songs on back to back.
But do you know how much money I would have made if I wrote Charged Up?
He was trying to get on God's plan, but Drake said, "Nah, I got this myself." Man.
Bro, what?
Oh, no. I would love to have been on that, but you know.
I would join OVO, big bro. I need it. I'll write for P&D too. I'll write for Roy Woods. I'll write for all of them. I'll even write for Baca.
The man's a true ghostwriter.
No, not a ghostwriter. I haven't done it in a while, and I do need to get back into doing that.
Yeah.
But those are just some of the things. I mean, of course, I'm pretty sure we all play video games too. That can be a mechanism.
Yeah.
Depending on what you play, because Call of Duty will not be a coping mechanism. So if I'm in that space, I try to stay away from games like that.
Yeah, I feel you.
That's the worst coping mechanism.
Show.
Yeah.
I'll go to 2K or MLB The Show.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, man. I feel for me personally, I've always done this. I go to music. I play the piano. I play basketball. I play video games, or I just simply go on YouTube and listen to songs that I like, artists that I like. I also try to encourage other people. Like when I'm down, I try to encourage other people because that gives me a sense of relief and that gives me a sense of purpose.
I'm glad you said that real quick. What was that you said on your Instagram story this morning that I saw?
Oh, well, basically, man, I just got done working out and I was talking about how a lot of times, I don't know if y'all are spiritual or whatever, but I'm a spiritual person. But I was saying sometimes things happen in our lives where we want the outcome to be what we want it to be, but a lot of times what we want is not always what's best for us. So whatever you believe in, you have to believe that if you work hard for something, whatever comes your way naturally is what is supposed to be for you when you work hard and when you pray or meditate for something. It'll come to you, man, but don't be discouraged if what you want doesn't come to you the way that it should, whether it be a woman, whether it be a job, whether it be your sports teams winning on Saturdays, whatever it is. Don't be discouraged, man. You just got to stay up, be positive, and always have a light because everybody needs a light. Everybody needs a light. We can't always be in the dark.
This man got metaphorical on us, but not
hey,
right.
Hey.
Like you always got to search for light because being in the dark is not a good place to be.
It's not a good place, bro.
It's not.
And I don't know why I'm going here right now, but we were talking about coping mechanisms. Actually, Marcus, go ahead and say what your coping mechanism is. I'm gonna go ahead and go into another thing after you say what yours is.
Well, I have several of them, both healthy and not so much. I'll start with the healthy. So I used to like run a lot, go to the gym, especially like during the pandemic. I had like a little treadmill out in the garage, just be out there for 2.5 hours and just run off a little steam. Read. I'm a big reader. Especially make music has also been a big thing. I'm a huge listener. Like Jerry knows, like every time you see me walking around campus, I always got hit.
Oh my God, this
like
man,
no matter
bro.
what. Like, I'm just vibing out to whatever.
Yeah.
I do advise against making playlists if you're in like a bad spot because the music you listen to is
speak on it, bro.
On your mood.
Speak on it.
Like if it's somewhere it's like temporary, where you're just out of that situation, or it's something, or it's a lifelong struggle or something like that. You look back at it,
bro.
Like, bro, what was I listening? You look at you got Marvin's Room on.
You're like, dropping dimes.
Like for real, like, you got Marvin's Room down there. You got every single like down bad song you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
You got Bobby Womack playing.
Drake song. Any Drake song where he down bad, pretty much that.
Mark spitting bars.
Hey, well, I was listening to How You Gonna Act Like That by Tyrese, and then Joe, I Want to Know right now.
Whoa, hold on. What we ain't gonna do is slander How You Gonna Act Like That by Tyrese.
It's not slander, but like if you listen to that back to back and you're extremely down bad, I got things to say about it. I'm sorry, that's what it is.
That's facts. You're spitting absolute facts because I have my playlist. It's called Soul Extra, right? And so I used to listen to it all the time. But when I made that playlist, I realized I was in a space to where I was like down. And now I can't really listen to those songs back to back because it's like it takes me back to a place that I've grown out of, like a season I've grown out of. So it's crazy to think like that. But Marcus, I think you hit the nail on the head, bro. I think you pretty much said what I really haven't been able to kind of communicate. But you dropped it down. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I got bad news, dude.
What's that?
If I have the song of the week, you may not want to listen to that.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Yeah, you in a bad headspace. But nah, like I had like music and like just working out, stuff like that, stuff that I deemed like healthy and helping me, and also this platform and other platforms. Yeah. Like just talking to people that care about you and you care about them.
Right.
Like just generally just shooting the shit, just talking about mutual interests and things like that. That's always been a positive. And just talking about anything under the sun. It's always been. I would say things that are probably unhealthy.
We gonna get into that. I'm gonna go because I was about to go there, Marcus. Yeah. Men specifically, young men. I'm sorry to say this, but pornography is not a healthy coping mechanism. It is probably one of the worst. It corrupts your character, it corrupts your mind, and it corrupts the way you look at people on this earth. In 2020, I'm not afraid to admit that I used to struggle with watching pornography a lot because of, my past and things that I went through, in my life. And I got to
history. You right.
Yeah, I got to a space, man, where I couldn't do it anymore. I legit stopped watching. I'm assuming the Heat did something good, by the way.
Game winning LU with 0.2 seconds left.
Lucky nigga.
Oh my god. But now back to what there's porn is a lot like drugs and alcohol. Dude, moderation is the biggest thing if you're gonna do all that. Because if you don't doing pornography, especially when it comes to your relationships with women and just sex in general.
Cook it, bro.
Like especially for the little homies out there, bro. Porn is not real sex, bro.
Bro, oh my!
Right now, it's not real.
Oh my god!
Like if you do it long enough, if you watch it long enough, you start to feel the point where you get addicted. It affects how you look at women, how you look at relationships. Like the scenarios are absolutely insane. And plus, if you're looking at a regular woman compared to watching Alexis Texas or something like that, it's not the same. Don't melt your brain thinking it's the same. Just don't do it.
Yeah. And that was one of the dangers of me. And I don't know, Marcus, I don't know if you can relate, bro, but when I got to South Florida, it was like seeing everything that you had seen in person, live.
Man.
And it I didn't know what to do. And I started realizing that those relationships that I had with women that were just cool people, because of what I watched, what I took in at a young age up to a point, it really messed up my relationships in a way. It really did, because I always saw something that wasn't real in my mind, and it made them objects.
Yeah, especially if you start when you go to college for the first time and you have that history, you start having relationships with women down there for the first time on your own, and not like with those visual not. It gets dicey and it gets murky, so you gotta be careful with that type of stuff. So honestly, don't be afraid to talk things out with people. Don't be afraid to just go see someone if you feel like you have a problem with anything. Just get it straight.
Yeah. AB, you got something to say, bro? Go ahead. Be real, bro. We having a talk tonight, bro.
The floor is yours, bro. We clean the floor out. ISO.
Floor is yours. ISO, bro. You can be honest.
I'm ISO Joe now. Okay. I will say years back, and I do mean years back, that was a thing.
For all of us.
He's like that.
I mean that's for all of us. It's not good for you.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's one of those things where it's like, not only does it mess with you up here, it messes with you here too.
Talk about it, bro. Talk about it.
Be real. You know, I talked about possibly about fighting demons.
Yeah.
You fighting demons watching that. You are literally fighting demons watching that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, we being real on here. We all are. And for anybody that's watching this saying, "Oh, I've never done this. I've never done this," cut the bullshit. Yes, you have.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna come right out and say, yes, you have. Like, come on now. If all of us can get on this platform and admit that, so can y'all. And I'm talking about men. Hey, sometimes women too. Some women too.
Oh boy, yeah.
It's very rare, but some women too.
But and again though, this is if you feel like there's nothing, if you feel like you're fine, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, that do you. But we're saying if you feel like convicted by something like that, or whether it be alcohol, drugs, weed, pornography,
general interpersonal relationships in general.
If you feel like what you do to cope is unhealthy, stop doing it. And it's hard to do cold turkey, but you gotta really change your mind, and you gotta really change how you operate. And once you do that, start taking baby steps, it'll get better for you.
Especially with some like, I will say though, if it's like drugs and alcohol, I don't advise on cold turkey at all. That's not healthy. Like seriously, talk it out with someone, whether it be a therapist, your mom, your dad, if they're there for you, friends, just almost someone around you that got some sense. Like it's okay.
And I'm gonna say this: I'm glad you brought up stopping cold turkey, because if you stop drinking cold turkey, you have a relapse. You know what that turns into? Binge drinking.
Yeah. Binge
drinking is worse than stopping cold turkey. Way worse.
Or if you get to a point where like you're like seriously like addicted, you can go into withdrawals bad.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a such thing as drinking yourself to death.
Yeah, there actually is.
Like, and seriously, get to it, because your liver check your liver, check it all. Like you can get into withdrawals to the point where you can have seizures.
Yeah.
Have heart failure, all that type of stuff. That's a thing in the play. Like seek real professional help if you try to get off that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Jerry, you told us before you've had seizures, right? So
yeah. Yep.
And talking about music, one song that I listened to, and it might be the song that I put on here at the end. If it is me, I don't know if it's me.
Oh, do what you feel, man.
It was a song by Chris Brown and Pusha T on one of Chris Brown's mixtapes. By the way, why is it that a lot of the music on his mixtapes is better than the ones that he's got out on regular mainstream?
That's it's for everybody.
Think what mixtapes is. You can do what the hell you want on it.
Yeah,
I don't really have to actually like do this, do that.
Yeah,
that is true. But it's a song called Holy Angel. So Chris Brown's he's rapping on there. This man basically said that he was so stressed out at one point, and I think this was back in like 2013, to the point where he had a non-epileptic seizure.
What?
He was so stressed out that he actually had a non-epileptic seizure. I was like, and I was like, wait a minute, did I hear that right? So I looked it up, and it was during that time where, I mean, it was after the Rihanna incident, but like from that time to like 2014, like he was really going through it. Like,
that also tells you about money. Like, of course, man, I would love to have a lot of money, but money ain't gonna solve all them problems.
It is not. Like, he was like depressed and everything. He said he thought about suicide and all that. But he said non-epileptic seizure. I was like, oh snap! Like that's
crazy.
Like Rick Ross.
I've never heard.
Oh yeah, Rick Ross too.
A lot of that was wrong about drug use. I will say that.
Yeah.
Plus,
and Wayne had him too, right?
Yeah. Plus, the life of a musician is stressful as hell, especially in the rap game.
Died actually.
Yeah. It was getting close there. But like I was saying, like in the rap game and just musicians in general, you're in the studio all day, every day. You're recording songs all day, every day. You're going cross country for this. You're going cross country for that. You're not getting any sleep. probably using stuff just to keep you up. You're not doing anything to be healthy.
Right.
So it's a stationary life that's long. It's hard. It can get depressing every now and then because you're in the spotlight all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of artists, don't, especially in that time, they really take care of themselves. So
right.
It led to situations like that a lot.
Yeah.
It was just crazy because I never heard of that, like a non-epileptic seizure. I was like, what? Like that? Yeah. That is. You talk about the epitome of going through it.
That's intense,
right there. Like that. That's intense. And I'm like, okay, this is, and that's when like the idea of having this kind of platform really started kicking in. I was like, okay, because I wanted to ask if y'all have ever heard of that. Anybody having a non-epileptic seizure? Like I knew being in the music business, like you could be very stressful, and really in life, it don't even have to be in the music business. It can be in life. You can be stressed out. I mean, you can be hanging out with somebody and everything's going good and everything. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors when they're not around us.
That's facts.
So, I mean, you ever hear that term? I ain't gonna say smiling face with hidden agendas, but kind of along that lines. You see a smiling face, but it's not necessarily an agenda, but there's something hidden going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a meme for that.
Yeah, it is. But you hear things like that, and you're like, okay. And there are some times where you be hanging out with somebody, and you can kind of see it in our
bro. Yes,
you want to pull them to the side, like you can level with me, you can be real with me. What's going on?
Bro, yeah. And that's why I appreciate. See, like a lot of people don't understand how close me and my boys were in college. Like our friend group was one of the greatest things that ever happened to me in my life because we were transparent about everything. We talked about every single thing all the time. Like for a group of men to be able to have that, that's rare, bro. Like that's real rare. So
we was locked in like this.
Yeah, bro.
It was like talked about everything under the sun.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what time it was, everything.
Yeah, bro. We have like meetups like at 2 a.m. just to talk, like real talk. We was hungry. We were like, yo, let's get some food, bro, and then go eat. And then say one of us was broke, we had each other no matter what. It was like, bro, I got you, bro. Like, you know, that's just how we were. And I think that's super important if you want to have good mental health. Have a group of people that support you around you. You know, like don't have no ops. Clean the ops out.
Well, number one is college. Everybody broke unless you're walking around campus wearing khakis.
Boca, hey, bro, their parents
was locked in with their kids over there in Boca, man. I won't say that much.
Yeah,
that is true. But yeah, having groups like that is always going to be very helpful. I've had groups like that. I mean, like my group of friends, even though a lot of them are Eagles fans, like we talk all the time. Like we talk all the time. Like it don't matter. Like what if one of us is going through something? It's like, all right, let's get together. What's going on? Let's discuss. Yeah. Let's discuss things. And you know, you still have pockets of groups of friends out there where you can do that with.
Mm-hmm.
Even I'm gonna say this, people. This ain't controversial either. Men, it's okay to go to women and talk about this stuff too. You know.
Especially if you got one in your life that care about you, you care about them, bro.
Yeah, there ain't no lie right there, Marcus.
That's the hallmark of a healthy relationship. If it's something like that,
yeah,
or just a friend, like
it ain't gotta be a girl.
It could be anybody.
It could be. It ain't gotta be a girlfriend. It could be just a regular friend.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we help each other out because we're unbiased. A lot of times.
Yeah, it's unbiased. You call at 2 a.m. because you might be going through something.
Just be careful though. Just be careful, man.
You can't tell everything to everyone. I will say that.
You have to pick and shoot. You have to know who to tell what to.
You got to really be careful with who you tell what because you got some. That's I'm gonna come right out and say you got smiling faces with hidden agendas right there.
Some people talk about it.
And all of a sudden You get around this person, that person. Now you got
know who you talking to.
Wait a minute. Know who you talking to.
Some things is exclusive to the homie. Some things you can tell or anybody.
Yeah.
But you can't tell every piece of information to every single person.
Correct.
But just find the right people around you that give a shit about you. Is all that matters.
Right, and that's the point we're making right here. You know, it's okay to talk to somebody. I mean, now I will also say there are some people out there where, like, you know, it's easier said than done, and to tell somebody, talk to somebody, or you can talk to me. I mean, because some people, they bottle it in, they don't want to say anything.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
That's when it gets really difficult. I mean, because you want to help, but it's like the person that you want to help, they're not talking, they don't want to say anything. So it's like, how can you really help that person? What can you really do? It's like, but you don't want to get, like, you don't want to give up on that person though. You really no. The only thing you can do is continue to pray for them, and, you know, just continue to be there for them, because, hey, you never know. Maybe that one day comes up where they say, hey, can I talk to you about this?
Right.
There you go, right there. So you just have to continue to be there for that person. Or if it's you that needs to talk to somebody, hey, I mean, like, we're all ears here.
Yes. So, you know, AB, I want to bring up a very subtle, very small and subtle thing that causes a lot of us men specifically to have breakdowns in our mental health. And it's going to sound silly, but I think it's very relevant. Sports. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had moments where the Gators piss me off so bad. I'm like down bad at 9:00 at night after we lose a game on CBS, pissed off at 9:00, tweeting mad, and then everything else in my life starts snowballing. I'm like, I'm just mad.
I can confirm this, because, like, we got to a point where, like, we probably would not watch Gator games together, because if they lose, we were probably kicking the TV in the lobby. True story.
No, it's facts. It's facts.
Like, I watched the AFC Championship game with the Jaguars were in a couple of years ago. I almost kicked the TV in.
You know, Marcus, I wouldn't have blamed you if you did, because we all know that was one of the screw jobs of the century.
Miles Jack wasn't down.
He was not down.
No, he wasn't.
Not for real. I like, it was a video going around. Like, I had a cup. I threw
That's
this
what pissed me off right there. When something like that happens with your team, then all of a sudden you start seeing the video. You keep seeing it. For me, I will say this right now. Speaking of Florida,
that Lawrence Cager boy, boy, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, boy.
No, but it was before that. It was 2012.
Oh God, I know exactly where you're going.
To tie the game, possibly take the lead.
Jesus.
Yo, I kid you not. I threw my phone. It broke it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did.
Bro, it's real, man. I want
it be like that.
No, it really do. It really do.
It got to that point. Now we all have had happy moments with our teams too.
Yeah.
We have, because I will be a grown man and admit this right now. When the Chicago Cubs won the World Series, do you know, being one of my homeboys that I met on the cruise ship that's also a Cubs fan?
I already know you was happy, bro.
Do you know that me and him called each other and literally cried on the phone?
What?
He legit cried on the phone.
Cried on the phone.
It be like that, man. Grown man cry. Respect crying.
Do you know why?
That is true.
You see, first of all, they beat the Guardians and came back from down 3-1. But here's the thing. The Cubs had not won a World Series in over 100 years. And I didn't know if I'd see them ever win one in my lifetime. So when they did, bro, Bill Murray was literally crying. They showed Wrigley Field because people were there. Bill Murray, everybody in that stadium was crying. Because we did not know if we'd see them win a World Series. So, yes, a grown man was boo-hoo crying. Yes.
No, I don't blame you, because I promise you, bro, if the Celtics win the championship this year, I might start crying.
Look, if Jazz win a championship this year, I'm going to cry my eyes out. Ever.
Yeah, bro.
You see, it be like that. But yeah, sports can make you depressed too.
I want to find this video that I have. I don't think I can find it. There was a video that I made a long time ago, and I was so frustrated about the Gators losing. I got bleach and I poured it in the cup, jokingly.
Yep, I remember that.
I was pissed. I was sick. We had just lost to Georgia,
which is the curse these days.
It was after the Lawrence Cager situation.
You poured bleach.
I'm trying to find it.
Yes,
it was about to drink it.
I wasn't really going to drink it, but
I'm going to drink it, but get it for the.
Jerry, it's probably on a suspended account.
I'm trying to find it in my Google Docs.
It's on a suspended account because how many accounts it got suspended from?
Yeah, my God.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Elon Musk ain't trying to suspend you for no reason already.
Well, key thing is it's never that deep.
Yeah, so there will be no broken phones, no broken no broken TVs, no kicking TVs in, Marcus.
Hey man, do what you have to do.
Off the bridge.
I jumped off a bridge.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
I think we played a decent game on defense, but we just gotta recruit better. Like, we'll be fine, bro. We just gotta recruit better, and I think
What is wrong with you, man?
Lawrence Cager.
Going through it, bro.
I was sick. Because you got to remember, at 2018, 2017, 2019, I was not used to seeing Georgia be really good. So I was really going through it, bro. I was hurting. And this year, it's probably going to hurt even more because Florida State and Georgia are going to be good, and we probably not going to be good. So, oh, God, man. I need to be in prayer right now. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up sports making you depressed because now we know the links that you're willing to go to express your frustration.
Bro, AB, I know you was pissed after y'all got screwed by Scott Foster last year in the playoffs. I know you were mad, man. I know you were.
Why must you bring that up?
Because, look, it's relevant. I've been there.
The search continues for Scott Foster's house.
See, AB, this is what we're talking about. No trying to attack referees.
Look at this.
He's just undermining the whole plot right now.
Yeah.
Let me get back.
Yeah, main thing is
back. Yeah, I will say this. There were things that I said after that happened.
Oh, we know.
That I never thought I would say.
Oh, we know.
It wasn't just that, but I try not to let sports get to me like that. But when you see a clear as day screw job like that,
brother,
I mean, it just gets to you. It just I tried so hard not to let it get that one.
More of the story, always trying to stay before it goes off the rails. Sports can be a nice, rewarding thing to watch, and it's a nice stress reliever for us. But yeah, it's also an emotional thing.
It is.
Leave emotions at the door when it comes to your teams.
Yes. Like, you shouldn't be trying to fade somebody over Twitter takes about your football team. Like, that's not good for your mental health.
Yeah, we're not gonna go full Silk when it comes to sports and trying to link up.
And Silk grew from that, bro, tremendously, which is why I respect that man so much. He grew from that. He built his own platform. He don't really if you peep how he is now, he don't really involved with a whole bunch of stuff. It's all love and it's all business. With Silk.
Unless somebody get personal on there, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
But he gonna hunt you out.
Yeah.
He gonna come correct. He gonna stand on what he believes. So that's why I respect him a lot too.
Yeah.
If you stand on what you believe, I got respect for you right there.
Shout out, man. He good people, bro.
I was
roll up. Shout
I was 14, 15, 16. I was about 14 to 19 years old on Twitter. Man, I'm just a kid, right, in high school and going to college. People was on social media calling me gay, saying things about my family, saying things about me, saying things about people I'm close to, bashing me every day. And, you know, still do. Like, I don't really go on social media like that anymore, but they still do. And thankfully, I'm not a sensitive person, but stuff like that will really open your eyes to what the world is really like and what the world can be if you indulge in too much of something,
Right.
That's not good, man. Like, even the group chat that I think you were in, people started bashing you over something simple when you were just trying to state facts.
And then when that came true, they still tried. And I'm like,
right.
But to the point where I've grown to the point where, like, I always say this, like, you don't have to like me at all. I don't care if you do. I really don't.
Facts.
But you damn sure gonna respect me.
That's why I love Marcus, man. Marcus being my friend, bro, has taught me a lot because he don't care what nobody say about him.
I really don't.
It's more of a respect thing for me. Like, I'd rather earn. I'm not trying to be liked by everybody.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gain respect.
Right.
Like that's what it's about for me. And I've grown to the point where, like, if you try and like diss me or sneak diss me or anything like that, I'm gonna literally laugh at you. Like, I'm not gonna laugh at you, but I'm gonna literally laugh at you because you know what it does? They go away.
Yep.
They shut up because they see it ain't finna affect me. They're like, all right, ain't gonna affect them. I'm gonna go my own way. Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm gonna laugh you up out of my face. Now,
this is maturation, bro. This is maturation.
But I will also say this: that other side's still there. Because if you get way too disrespectful,
don't push me. He ain't through me yet.
If you get but don't push me.
I'm basically gonna be like, all right. So what you since you want to go there, like what you trying to do? Like, what you trying to?
Yeah.
It's different. It depends on what it is. But like I said, like me personally, I'm gonna laugh at you because nothing really affects me like that. Like, it don't matter. Like it 99% of the time, it don't matter what you say. That other 1%, though, don't go.
And shoot, I really want to ask y'all, man, both of y'all, start with Marcus. So, like, Marcus, bro, where did you get your? Because the thing is, like, you're very intelligent, wise, and you collect yourself and you collect your thoughts very well, which I've always admired. So, like, where do you feel like you got that from, bro? Like, how are you pretty cool, calm, collected, and low key, and just, where did you get your personality from? Like, pretty much.
Duval County, bro. That's the easy answer.
Wow.
This is not the easiest city to grow up in, especially when you have like issues like I did, like Tourette's and things like that.
Yeah.
You live life and you grow up quick, so you learn how to try to compartmentalize things and learn who you are.
Right.
If that makes sense. So, like, you learn who you are, you learn who you're not. Like, it don't matter what somebody say about you, about your people. Like, the people that you go home to, the people that care about you, what they think about you. Mm-hmm. You know who you are. Like, you don't give a fuck about what no dumbass gotta say about you at all.
Precisely.
And this is something I have, like I'm not like, you know how I am. Like, I don't be caring about things like that.
Yeah.
Like, people don't bother me too much. I try not to let it bother me. But that was always a trial and error because I've always struggled with like anger problems, especially when I was younger.
Wow.
Because again, I had to fight a little bit. I got into some stuff. Like, it wasn't anything crazy, but like,
yeah,
you live and you learn and you kind of figure out how to just let things roll back off you.
Right. It's admirable for sure, man. I've always been like, man, Marcus don't get fazed by nothing, which is crazy. Me, I pretend I'm not, but I will be on the lowest of keys. So, what about you, AB? What about you, man?
He said Duval County. I'm gonna say Escambia County here in Pensacola. And me being a little bit older than y'all, I grew up in the roasting session there, where like you would joke, you with a group of friends, y'all roasting each other, y'all making jokes. So, of course, you're doing that. Sometimes it can be a little
Yeah,
you know,
overboard.
It was some jokes where it got personal and fights started. I ain't gonna lie, it was some fights started. Not by me. I ain't starting no fights.
You say you finished them though.
Hey, look, I will say this. I think I'm one of the only kids to ever get into a fight and not get it rolled up or suspended.
Wow.
Oh, and won the fight, by the way.
Shouts out to Smith. Salute.
Yeah, I've been there, done that too.
Oh, and the guy and his 2 cousins transferred 2 weeks later.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Yeah, but
Debo.
But hey, I didn't do it. He hit me in my chest. I'm like, I'm supposed to sit there and take it.
Right.
Like, nah, bro. I looked at my friend. I was like, this man just hit me. And I looked at another friend like, did he just? And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know what took over. I just snapped. I was like, and then just turned around and oh God. But yeah, I grew up in the Rosa session. So of course we talk about each other, we make jokes, and like nothing really. I came up with some of the jokes, but part of the reason why I would win some of these is because nothing like affected me. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not really doing anything, but okay. Like how my mentality was, it took a while to kind of grow from that, but it got to the point where I'm like, you know what? If I can make it through this and not care, like that's where you learn, like you don't care about what people say about you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing. What people say about you can definitely affect a lot of people.
Yes.
Because I mean, we're in an era where nowadays, like back then, bullying was a thing, but it's not like it is today. Like
it's different now, bro. It's really different
now.
I was talking about today, like the Nazi jokes and stuff back in the day was like horrible, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but now you also have the internet, also. So.
Oh yeah, you got social media and everything.
Yeah, bullying 4K, boy.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Like it's dangerous. Like you got people literally committing suicide because they're getting bullied.
Bro, it's
like I hate to bring it up, but it's the truth. Like we don't here to tell the truth. That's what it's gotten to nowadays. Bullying back then is like, yeah, you got bullied. If you can bully, hey, you told your parent, you told the person.
It's different, man.
And like people definitely did all this stuff, but like again, you have the internet to amplify all of it.
Yeah, the internet, yeah, it pretty much amplified everything times 1,000. So nowadays, like, it's hard to put into words. It really is.
Yeah.
But what you see nowadays, a lot of these guys are kids. They're kids.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like 11, 12 years old. Like, depression really, honestly, is one of those things where age don't matter.
It don't.
Age don't matter. Race don't matter. None of that shit matters.
It don't matter.
Yeah, age does not matter. Now, you know how I brought up fighting demons, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of something called sleep paralysis?
Oh, bro. Not tonight. Not tonight.
What?
No, bro. I could go into a whole story about that, but I'm not gonna do it.
Well, simple question: Have you ever experienced it?
Yes.
Same here.
It ain't cool, man. It ain't cool.
Luckily, I haven't, but I heard things about it ain't nice.
No, bro. It's literally the worst. It's the worst. Because you just can't really control what's going on around you, but like you feel something.
That's all up here too, right?
Yep.
That's the thing. See, that's what we're here for. We're here to help. You know?
See, I wish my boy Gary was on tonight because he put me onto something. He don't even know it, but he put me on something a long time ago. He did.
Man, shout out Gary, man. Gary about as an open book as you possibly can get about.
Yes. Yeah.
For better or for worse, but he's a very much open book.
Yep. And we had these conversations about like what we were talking about pornography and stuff, but like Gary was heavy on not watching it, And I don't know, like it didn't really hit me, and then one day it just did. I'm like, let me just see what this is like. It cleaned my mind out so much. Conversations became different.
Are you saying watching it cleaned your mind out?
No, not watching it.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, wait a minute. How did that? I was gonna ask, how did that work out?
Oh man,
yeah, but are there other things like that you try to get into to kind of help cope with all of this?
Oh yeah.
Besides what you already do, is there anything else that you try to do?
Well, I think one of the main things, bro, is whatever you use to cope that is negative, you have to get rid of that and fill it in with something positive. So instead of drinking, find a love for investing, find a love for painting, find a love for doing music like Marcus was talking about and you were talking about, find a love for writing, find something, you know what I'm saying? And shoot, man, even being a professional gamer, that's, in my opinion, that's one of the coolest things people do. If you become like a GOAT 2K player, shouts out to you, bro.
We might have to look into that.
That's a grind, bro.
Yeah.
The grind does not stop. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, don't. They be on Twitch pulling all nighters on them. Like, nah,
Marco Wilson style.
Yeah. No shoes will be thrown during this conversation.
And I hope his mental health is good.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm gonna tell you, because I know he went through a lot. I mean, if you saw
that was a
file that was thrown his way by fans, and that's another thing.
No pun intended, by the way, V.
No pun intended, but that's another thing. It comes to athletes, because I can tell you right now, Felipe Franks, former Gator, right?
Oh God, I'm blocked.
The South Carolina shush game. There was a reason for that. He was
that was pent up depression.
Yeah, yep. That was pent up depression. There was a reason why he was shushing the fans. A lot of fans got mad, but I'm sitting there like, what are y'all getting mad for? Y'all are literally the reason why he's doing this. All you had to do was just go to his Instagram and Twitter, read all the comments that he was getting because of how he was playing.
I'm sorry, Felipe Franks.
They would. You said what?
I said I'm sorry, Felipe Franks.
Oh, now you want to be sorry.
Such a breakthrough.
Yeah, but some of the comments, I'm gonna just say some of them. There were comments saying that he should get away from Florida. He should stop playing football. They were saying he should kill himself. They were talking about his mom.
Bro, bad.
She should, like his mom made a mistake. Joe, I'm like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Like comments like that. And it don't even necessarily just have to be for athletes. It could be anybody. Like you see comments like that. Like you don't realize that you're not helping the cause. You're driving them. You might be driving that person into depression. You might be driving that person into having mental health issues.
Yep, insecurities.
Because of insecurity. And I feel like people that do that are like, I'm glad you said that. I feel like people that do that are insecure about themselves.
They are. They absolutely are.
Like if you're that insecure about yourself that you got to insult somebody, then you need to look in the mirror and evaluate yourself as a person. You need to seek help yourself.
Really should.
Pushing people into depression is not like that. Ain't cool. Like I'm not with that. I'm sorry, but I'm not with that.
Yeah, man.
You don't know what they could be capable of if you push them to that limit. You push them to that limit, and they decide they're not worthy of living anymore. Think about how bad you're gonna feel knowing that you were a part of that.
Yeah, as we saw that kid, man. So you really just gotta, as we come to a close of this thing, take care of your chicken. That's what we mean when we say take care of your chicken. Take care of your chicken. Take care of your chicken.
Take care of yourself. Take care of everybody around you, man.
Yeah.
We all need people to lean on, and where things are going good, things are going bad, or is anything in between. Like, check up with your people. Just do whatever you gotta do to take care of yourself, because it's hard out here right now.
It is.
It is. I don't even have to ask about final thoughts. We pretty much give them right here. I mean, that's why we preach so hard on this podcast and on the Swampy South Florida Athletics. We preach taking care of your mental health and telling your loved ones that you love them all the time for a reason. As we recently just saw, that's your reason why.
Yep.
You preach take care of your chicken. Take care of your chicken really means take care of your financials, but it could also mean what Jared just said. It could also mean take care of your mentals.
Uh-huh.
It can mean take care of your loved ones. I mean, there are different ways. So that's why we preach that all the time. Because
it's all love, bro.
And if we do one of these platforms again, we do one of these kind of shows again, I would love for us to be able to, kind of get a mental health expert on here to help explain some of this, because we can reach. We want to reach out to y'all. We want to reach out to everybody that may be going through something. If you're going through something, let Jerry know, let Marcus know, let me know. We here to talk to y'all.
Yeah, man. You honestly be surprised at how many people have actually like reached out to me about things before, and I'm like, dang, bro, like people you don't even think going through stuff, so for sure, man. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this on the radio, whatever, got a 2-hour trip, please feel free to hit us up, bro. Contact us. I'm not on Twitter a lot how I used to be, but you can always come into our live stream and comment, and we can we'd be glad to have you on and chop it up, man. We like chopping up everybody pretty much, unless you're gonna go here and be ignorant. But yeah, we like chopping it up.
And even then, we'll chop and say some dumb shit with you too. Nothing crazy, but
Yeah, fact.
We Swiss Army knives around here.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite episodes, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, this definitely was. This was one that was needed too.
Transparent, bro.
We needed. It's like some things happen. It's like, okay, we got to do this.
Yep.
So, man, I'm glad we did this. Darnell, we missed you, man. We wish you were on here for real.
Take care of your chicken and your mentals.
We love you, fool.
Cool, bro. Yeah, bro. We love you.
We know you going through it right now with all them exams and everything they got you going through. They got you in the straitjacket right now.
Stay up, bro. You got this. You built for this.
Yeah, keep on pushing. Keep on pushing.
I keep on pushing.
Like, in all seriousness, that's the thing. Let's keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
Let's keep pushing forward. That's one of the only ways we're gonna get through these things. Push forward.
If you wake up the next morning, you already won.
Yeah.
Why not go promote?
You blessed.
That's right.
Saliva out the camera, Jerry.
Huh?
Get your saliva out the camera.
Look, that guy, he got his DNA all up in here, man.
Yeah, bro.
The camera's been contaminated. Who does? Do I have a song of the week?
We're gonna collab on this. What we want the song of the week to be.
Yeah, we're gonna 3-way this one.
Yeah. Let's. Yikes.
How are we feeling musically right now?
I'm kind of feeling Kendrick or something, or something upbeat.
Yeah. Okay. What we got? How about Larry June? If anybody's ever heard Larry June.
Like I heard of Larry June.
Yeah. Let's do something over there.
Sip It Slow by June. If you remember that, but that's not even on platforms anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we want to encourage people to sip it slow.
Hey man, it could be orange juice in that.
I'm talking about water.
Yeah.
We know darn well he ain't talking about water.
All right, let's see. I think I got one.
Marcus, you might have to end up choosing, bro, because I'm kind of cooked right now. I don't even know.
I don't know if you thought about it.
Oh, I think I got one. I think.
I gotta get into Larry June. I've heard him, but I've never really listened.
Hey, when was the last time Currency dropped something? Like yesterday?
Probably.
Dropped 1,000 mixtapes, bro.
Matter of fact, let me see what he got.
Oh, too, but I don't know when the last time.
Oh, Dom Kennedy is awesome, by the way. If you don't know who Dom Kennedy is,
he dropped a song. What's today's date? February. He dropped a song today.
Who?
Currency.
I was joking, but literally, Currency drops on every freaking other month.
Yeah, but actually, let's go. Search the songs for him. We will go. Come on, Apple Music, please load.
Oh shoot! I just saw text. Jesus Christ.
By the way, that's another coping mechanism for me. The videos, the little funny videos I'll be sending you. That's something I watch all the time.
Oh, yeah, we'll go Airborne Aquarium by Currency.
Airborne Aquarium. Okay. All right. I believe we're all in agreement on that.
Yes.
We have all come to a conclusion that will be the song that we will go with. And y'all, we appreciate y'all for sticking with us for an hour and 40 minutes. Getting our Super Bowl predictions in, but really more importantly, with this mental health discussion that we talked about. So we really appreciate y'all for sticking with us and watching and listening to it on the radio. And that being said, let everybody know where they can follow y'all on social media and burner accounts, and Jerry get back on Twitter because they need you on there.
They don't need me. They hate me.
They calling for you.
Gotham needs a Batman.
Jay Breezy II on Twitter. You can follow me there. And you can follow my Instagram at JLamar_II.
Forget one.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I am Breezy II as my backup.
There we go.
Yeah.
Y'all know me, Marcus Davis 904 on Twitter, Marcus Davis _ on Instagram, if you so choose to do that. I'd like to give a shout out to the boys over here, man. This the crew.
Yes, sir.
Boys. Also shout out to the rest of Pierce family over there, you know, Chris, AO, you know, Rob, Charlie, all them, man. All the whole family, bro.
Y'all know me. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at AceWade1, on Instagram at Ace_Wade1, ladies. You can follow the podcast account on Twitter at Indie Evidence, on Instagram at Indisputable Evidence. We will have more content dropping. We're thinking about merch. We're trying to get merch together and come up with some stuff.
We need to know who y'all are watching us. Y'all, please drop your names and just give us information about you, bro. We need to know who y'all are and what y'all like and etc. You know?
Also, if y'all want like some improvements to the show, or like y'all got suggestions about topics y'all want to talk about, man, drop them. Don't be afraid to give it to us.
Sure.
Don't be afraid. I agree. Don't be afraid. Drop them in there in the comments. Hey, DM us if you have to. DM us and tell us, hey, what you want to talk about. We're gonna put it on here.
Yep.
So, with that being said, this has been another great episode of Indisputable Evidence, and we're gonna leave you as we always do. God bless y'all. Stay safe out there. Take care of your mentals, your chicken. Tell your loved ones that you love them.
Always.
We are emphasizing that part of it right here, right now. Tell your loved ones that you love them and check in on them every single day. Every single day. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. Wear your mask. Marcus.
Thoroughly wash your nasty, dirty, germ-infested, I know it smells crazy, stank, booty, pee-hop.
It never feels cracking though, bro. I swear.
Oh my God. Yeah, he ain't wrong though, because some of y'all
yeah, I need to clean the crevices.
What the fuck is that smell?
I know it smells crazy in here.
Full on George Lopez. Órale, Pepe de Pew. Y'all be safe out there. And hey, don't be afraid to reach out to us and talk to us if you need to.
Facts.
That's something that I'm gonna start adding to the end of every show. Don't be afraid to reach out to us and talk to us.
That's right.
And with that, and follow Darnell on all social media platforms, Not Too Famous. And with that, God bless y'all. Have a great night. We'll see y'all.
Out.